What do you do when the one place that holds every memory of your childhood is crumbling, and the only person who could help you save it is the brother who'd rather see it burn? I'm Clara, and this is how I brought our family's hotel back from the brink and taught my arrogant brother, Ethan, a lesson he'd never forget. The Willow Inn had been in our family for 3 generations, a quaint, ivy-covered haven in a sleepy coastal town. Its creaky floors and brass chandeliers held stories of my grandparents' laughter, my parents' late-night bookkeeping, and my own summers serving lemonade to guests. But by the time I was 28, the inn was a shadow of itself. The paint peeled, the roof leaked, and the bank was circling like vultures. Dad had passed, Mom was too frail to manage, and Ethan? He'd left years ago, chasing city dreams and sneering at our backwater legacy. I was alone, staring at a foreclosure notice, when Ethan strolled back into town, all slick suits and smug grins. "Sell it, Clara," he said, sipping coffee in the dusty lobby. "This place is a money pit. You're wasting your time." His words stung, but they lit a fire in me. This wasn't just a building, it was our history, our heart. I wasn't giving up. The odds were brutal. The inn hadn't turned a profit in years. Locals whispered it was cursed, tourists stopped coming. But I saw potential in its bones: the wraparound porch, the ocean view, the charm no chain hotel could match. I just needed a plan. I spent nights poring over old records, learning every corner of the business. I cashed out my savings, took a second job, and begged the bank for a loan extension. They gave me 6 months. 6 months to save a sinking ship. I started small. I scrubbed floors until my hands bled, repainted walls with discount supplies, and fixed leaks with YouTube tutorials. I reached out to local artisans, convincing them to showcase their work in the lobby for a cut of sales. I hosted open mic nights, drawing crowds with cheap wine and fairy lights strung across the garden. Slowly, the inn came alive. Guests trickled in, first locals, then curious tourists. A food blogger raved about our homemade scones. A travel vlogger filmed the sunrise from our balcony. Word spread. Ethan, meanwhile, mocked every step. "You're playing house, Clara," he'd say, visiting only to criticize. "This'll crash and burn." He didn't lift a finger, but he had no problem claiming his share of the inn as Dad's heir. His entitlement boiled my blood. He'd abandoned us, yet expected to profit if I succeeded. I kept my head down, but I was plotting. By month 5, the inn was booked solid for the summer. I'd hired a small staff, renovated the dining room, and launched a website that went viral thanks to a local influencer. The bank extended my loan, and we were turning a profit. The Willow Inn wasn't just surviving, it was thriving. Guests laughed in the halls again. Mom smiled for the first time in years. But Ethan? He saw dollar signs. He showed up one evening, demanding his cut. "I'm family," he said, leaning against the freshly polished front desk. "Half this place is mine." I smiled, calm as the sea before a storm. "You want in? Fine, but you'll pay rent for your share." His jaw dropped. I slid him a contract drawn up by a lawyer friend stating he'd lease his inherited portion from me for a monthly fee, or I'd buy him out at market value. I'd saved enough to make the offer real. He scoffed, but he knew I had him. He'd never afford the legal fight, and he'd look like a fool trying. Ethan signed, grumbling, and paid his first month's rent. It wasn't about the money, it was about respect. He'd belittled my dream, our family, our home. Now, every check he wrote was a reminder. I'd done what he couldn't. I'd saved the Willow Inn when everyone, including him, had given up. The inn stands prouder now, its lights glowing against the dusk. Guests fill its rooms, their laughter echoing through the halls. Mom helps with the books when she's able, her hands steadier. Ethan visits less, but when he does, he's quieter, his arrogance dulled. I walk the porch at night, the ocean breeze carrying whispers of my grandparents' pride. This place isn't just a hotel, it's a testament to what belief and grit can do. I saved it, not just for me, but for every soul it's ever sheltered. And in doing so, I found my own strength and made sure Ethan paid for doubting it.